is Reg and I'm the Paper Junkie, and welcome to my channel. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you how I design my monthly for February, because it's already February this week, and I'm also going to show you how I change the cover that I have for each month. So I'm just removing the diary itself and the current cover that I have, because I also need to trace this in the new cardstock that I'm going to use. So I got this paper pack from Fully Booked, and I already marked the designs that I wanted to use for each month this year. I'm going to take the current cover that I have and then just make sure that I have the right part that I need for the cover. I'm using my Muji mechanical pencil just to trace the corners to make sure that I have it aligned in my paper trimmer. And I cut out the size that I need. And there. So after that's done, I put it back inside the cover just to get the feel of the cover itself, and I fold it and I put back the diary. So now that I have my cover already, I'm going to show you how I design my monthly pages, this time for February. I also chose this postcard from La Dolce Vita. Now I'm going to choose the schedule seals that I would be using for this month. And since it's February and it's the love month, I'm going to use mostly pinkish schedule seals. And this Crafts Delight stickers. I'm just going to cover the spaces that don't have dates in it, and also use the other stickers to design the lower part of the left side where there's a space, which I also use to write down the priorities I have for the month. So I'm not going to use up all the stickers, but only the 3 that I've chosen. It would get too crowded if I use everything. And now I'm taking out the schedule seal, and I'm just going to put them in random places just to have a design for the monthly calendar. As you can see, I use my calendar functionally, and I only mark the days and events and priorities that I have for the month, so that I have a quick overview whenever I need to plan out my week. So I'm just going to keep putting on schedule seals until I'm satisfied with the outcome. And now I'm getting my sticker book, my DIY sticker book, because I need the church stickers from Kina Prints to mark all the Sundays of the month. And I'm just going to do a faux brush calligraphy and just spell out Feb and put some hearts beside it. And we're done. So now I'm going to just put some washi tape from Davenport because I noticed that the upper part is a bit blank since February actually starts on a Thursday. And oops. So I think that's one of the reasons that I really love designing in gridded planners like the Hobonichi and the Jibun. It's because I have a guide if I align things or stuff properly. And oops, I covered the Friday part, so I'm just going to cut that. Oh, so I'm sorry, February starts on a Friday and not a Thursday. Now I'm just going to use my zebra matte liner to highlight the header and use my Pigma Micron pen just to write down the word priorities so that I would know to write down the priorities in the left side. And I just got my sticker book from Noted Journal PH to get the sticker from the same shop, and I'm just going to cover the days at the top part with the Noted Journal PH day stickers. I initially wanted or loved the font, but then I now opt to cover the days with stickers, even for the weeklies. If you notice, it just gives me more reason to use my stickers. And Sunday. There you go. So that's my monthly page for February. Now we go to the habit tracking part, and you can see my January is almost filled out. So I'm just going to use this Jane Davenport washi tape to cover the upper part, since I'm not going to put anything in there and I just don't want it to be blank. Now I'm going to use my highlighters to highlight the sections first, and now I'm grouping them by category. So the first 4 are for spiritual habits that I have, and the next ones are for health. As you can see, I'm using the color orange for it. And last but not the least, the personal related items that I have in my habit tracker. I'm going to use my Pigma Micron pen now to write down the different habits that I want to track. So for this month, I'm not going to track my no spend and no sugar, and also memory keeping. For spiritual, I'm just going to track still my devotion, prayer time, Bible reading, and I'm adding scripture writing in here because I'm doing prompts to write down verses every day. Next, I'm going to write down running, track my water intake because I almost always forget it, and to eat healthy. For the personal habits, I'm tracking using the Peak app, reading, listening to podcasts, still that 1 second a day app, and also Duolingo. And that's for my habit tracker. Let's proceed to the weekly pages. Now, my weekly layout is almost still the same as the previous ones that I've created or uploaded here on YouTube. I'm going to use this Chamil Garden Washi tape just to cover the lower section again. And I'm going to use this meal plan stickers from Dainty Fox Papery just to cover the food log section. I'm almost out of stickers. I think it's time to restock. And now I'm going to use this foiled Day of the Week stickers from Craft with Domestic Diva. So I have a lot of stock for the sticker, so I'm pretty much going to use it for all my weekly spreads. We have Saturday and Sunday. And I've used up all the Days of the Week stickers from this sheet. Now I'm going to use the BGM washi tape to mark my boyfriend's work schedule. And just the last one now. There. Now I'm going to use this functional sticker kit or sticker sheet from Paperjoy PH. And if you can remember, I also used a sticker kit from her last week. And I absolutely love that it fits perfectly in the daily sections of my Jibun Techo. So I'm just sticking some boxes and other sticker signs on different days of the week, because I'll be putting a task or something else on each box or beside each bullet. So for Thursday, I'm going to write down all the bills that I need to pay there, so I won't be writing that down. That's a bit personal for me, so I can't write it down while I'm filming it. And I'm still getting a few more stickers from that sheet. Some of the stickers don't actually have items beside them, but some of them are just decorative, so I'm putting them different days so that it's distributed properly or evenly. And now I got my sticker book again. So as you can see, I already have the stickers that I need marked with the sticky note. Now I'm marking my Sunday with my worship service schedule, and I'm using this Kinaprints church sticker. Just to mark that schedule. And I'm going to put some more stickers, and I'll be explaining later on what they're for. You might find it weird that I put a Netflix sticker on Monday, but I'll explain it later. And this one is one of my favorite now Geek Out stickers. It's the I Can't At All Today sticker, and it's been with me for a few years. I still haven't consumed it fully. So I'm just going to put that on Monday. And this shocked Craftrina sticker, because it's bill payment time for January 31. And I'm going to get a Creative Cat Prints running sticker because I want to start running again for February. And I'm just getting this Kinaprint sticker and putting it at the bottom corner of the page just to motivate myself, because it's going to be a BC week, I know. And this YouTube Creative Cat Print sticker just to remind me when I need to upload the video that I already edited. And I'm also going to upload on Monday, which is going to be this Plan With Me video. Now I'm going to use my orange mild liner to shade the upper part. As you know, and as I mentioned in the previous or in last week's video, I used this section to track my sleep, water, and steps for the day. And now we proceed with the gray highlighter. So once you see the gray highlighter, you already know in what section of the page I'm going to use it for. So I just marked the current week, and now I'm starting to shade or highlight the different headers that I need. And now I'm writing my memory verse for the week, which is Philippians 3 verse 14. I'm just trying to check if I already wrote that memory verse. And it turns out I haven't, so I'm going to continue writing it and copying it over to my weekly spread. This was a verse that was mentioned earlier during the worship service, and I was really blessed, so I'm writing this down as my verse of the week. And now I proceed to the action tracker. And the next section for my to buy list. And last but not the least, my priorities for this week, or my non-day specific tasks that I need to do. Now that I've finished writing down the different sections, I can already start to write down the header names So that's memory verse, actions, to buy, and this week. Now I'm going to write down the tasks that I need to do for each day. So as you can see, the stickers that I'm using on the daily spread or in different sections actually signify to a task or something that I need to do for the day or that's happening for the day. So I need to go to the post office to pick up the order that I have from a store abroad, and I ordered it last December, but I still haven't got it yet. So that's the reason why I'm actually using that Netflix sticker, is just to remind myself to download the episodes. And I'm doing some folk calligraphy just to add the word hustle on Monday. As you can see, it's pretty easy for me to fill this out because I'm referring to my weekly review notes already. Using this Now Geek Out sticker to add signifying that my laundry will be delivered on Tuesday. Still my Now Geek Out stickers. I'm going to use this to remind me to increase my water intake and to be mindful and remember to track it so that I would know what I need to do to improve it. So I'm going to use the Kinaprint sticker that I have to remind myself that since it's the last day of the month on the 31st, I need to do my monthly review and a quick review of the goals that I have for the first quarter of this year. So as you can see, I want to really start running and live a healthy lifestyle now. So I want to jog on Thursday. And I also need to work on the different videos that I have that I need to upload on Friday as well. So I'm just going to do some fall brush calligraphy again on Saturday, and just going to put a little arrow on Sunday because I'm going to visit my parents there and stay there until Sunday. So I'm almost done with designing my spread for this week. And there you have it. If you have any questions on the tools that I use for my planning, or if you want to know anything, just drop a comment below and hit the like button. If you haven't, please subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!